My peopleizations, what's shaking? We on the grind. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Blue. Waiting for my brother Curt Anderson. What's shaking, my peopleizations? We live. The grind, the grind. Architect One, salute. Dane Watson, salute. Big Snack Pack, salute. What's shaking, my peopleizations? What's goody? What's goody? Derek McGee, Terry Smoot, Dante Watkins, Arturo Shoddy, salute. What's shaking? Yeah, grind time. Duke, salute. My brother, Jay Good. What's good with you, big bro? Salute. Yeah. Y'all see it, man. It's hoodie season already. It's hoodie season already. Salute, my peopleizations, man. We're going to wait for Curt Anderson to get up in here, man. And then we're going to get it started. You heard? Salute to my people. Scant Rant, salute. Anthony Johnson, salute. Ancestral Rays, salute. Mr. 21 Strong, salute. Jay Good said it's 100 degrees. Nah, it's hoodie season out here, bro. Jamil Allen, salute. Zaza Brown, peace and blessings, Queen Grand Rising. I said Grand Rising. Great afternoon to you. Great evening. My brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell, what's shaking? Ramses Piper, salute, what's shaking? Soul Truth, salute. Golden Glove, salute. Broderick Hunter, salute. Peopleizations, Quan Nave, salute. What's good? What's good? We're gonna wait. We're waiting for my brother Curt Anderson to get up in here. William Brunson, salute. Ruben 214, salute. David the Real Thomas, salute. Yeah, it's cold here, man. It's like 50 something degrees, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hoodie season back in New York, man. Hoodie season. My brother Bish B Megastar, salute. What's shaking? Yeah, it's hoodie season, man. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about Vladimir's dad, salute. We're gonna talk about Tyson Fury possibility that he could be pulling out the fight. Kelsey, salute. We're gonna talk about two-time welterweight world champion Showtime Shawn Porter saying that he believed that he could stop Earl the True Spence Jr., undefeated IBF welterweight champion. We're gonna talk more boxing, man. Al the Truth, salute. Akeem the Great, salute. Just Blakes, Jixon 1000, salute. Shaking my peopleizations, man. So we just waiting for my brother Curt Anderson to get up in here, man. Cutthroat Sports, salute. And we're going to get it in, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it in, man. See the weather changing, man, bumping me up, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, spread the word, man. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be here every day, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be here on the grind. You dig what I'm saying, my peopleization? Gregory Wyatt, salute. You dig? Architect One, salute, my brother. You feel me? So we will be here every day, Monday through Friday. We're gonna have special guests on next week, starting next week, my peopleization. Black Thanos, salute. I'm excited, man. All right, my brother Curt said, give him a few minutes. Kieran Alexis, salute. Messi Lungau, salute. Black Thanos, salute. I'm excited, man. Next week, next Monday, we're going to have a special guest on, a real special guest for y'all. Gerard Castro, salute. So make sure y'all tune in, man. 6 p.m. next week, we will have a real, true special guest on next Monday. The guest's gonna be coming on at about 6:15, right? We're gonna have the special guest on 6:15. Y'all gonna be able to call in and ask that special guest a question. You understand what I'm saying? Keep it cordial, keep it respectful, and it's going down. Y'all know what it is, man. Syndicate J, salute. All right. So We're gonna keep it cordial, keep it respectful. We're gonna have a special guest on. Next week, we're gonna have 2 special guests on, right? 2 top-notch special guests next week, baby. You heard, big baby. And next week, don't forget, next week is fight week. Ronaldo Toro, salute. It's fight week next week. You dig what I'm saying? Shawn Porter, Earl the True Spence Jr., Aftermath White, salute. It's fight week next week. So it's going down, right? I'm excited, man. Y'all should be excited for this show because I'm doing it like no other. You heard? I'm going to do it like no other. G. Al, salute. I'm going to do it like no other here. Me and the big bro, Curt Anderson. The name of this show is The Ghost in the Darkness. The G&D boxing show. G&D boxing show. The Ghost in the Darkness. If y'all don't know, this is the LDBC. Eric Downs. LDTB. Salute. This is the LDBC. So guess what? That stands for Lions then. Chase that coin. Salute. Right? And so with that said, you know, we the Ghost in the Darkness. If you never seen that movie, The Ghost in the Darkness, it was about 2 rare breed lions. Jeffrey Thompson, salute. It was about 2 rare breed lions that was going around taking names. You heard? It's a true story too. Go check out Jeffrey Thompson, salute. What's shaking with you, King? You already know. If you haven't seen The Ghost in the Darkness, that's me and my brother Curt Anderson. You heard? It's about 2 rare lions taking names in a rare way. You dig what I'm saying? In a rare way. Salute, bro. What's shaking?
What's good with the blue blood? This your boy CB Sports TV.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I already know. Yo, do me a favor, my bro. Just I'm gonna put you on hold for just 1 second until Curt get in here.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just do me a favor. Just mute yourself, bro.
I got you.
And then we're gonna get it in. All right. So, William Brunson, salute. Ramsey Sutton III, salute. Boxing algorithm. Man, you know boxing algorithm. I can't read that well. The Boxing Creed 215. Michael James 616, salute. Harold Jones, salute. Anthony Willis, salute. Kenneth Johnson, salute. William Brunson, salute. Hey, man, boxing algorithm. I can't read that well, bro. Come on, man. So anyway, man, we're gonna have a special guest on next week, man. It's going down. Next week, we're gonna have 2 special guests on. We're gonna do it Monday and we're gonna do it Tuesday, back to back. Cali Buzz, salute. Mr. De Niro, salute. We're gonna do it 2 special guests back to back, Monday and Tuesday, because Wednesday is travel day. So I'll be headed to California, you know what I mean? LA, big city of dreams. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be headed to LA. You dig what I'm saying? And that's where I'll be, and then we'll be doing the show there. So, you know, it takes up too much of the day is taken up. Too much time is taken up, you know, in the mix of traveling. So on Wednesday, you know, the hours is gonna be different. We're still gonna do the show on Wednesday. It's just the hours are different. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, and Wednesday, I'm gonna introduce to y'all my brother Keith, man. My brother Keith is new. Yeah, Ticket. Salute to my brother Ticket TV, man. Salute to my brother Ticket TV, man. Go subscribe to Ticket TV. Go subscribe to Ticket TV Boxing, man. Go subscribe to the brother Ticket TV, man. So I'm gonna introduce y'all to a new brother that's gonna be down with the LDBC. The General 7A Sports TV already gave the blessings behind the scenes and everything, man. It's my brother Keith. So y'all gonna meet him, man. Hardworking dude, connected dude, on the grind, just like me, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else, man. He on the grind, man. And he started from the ground up. Great dude, man. I'm gonna introduce him to y'all. He should be having content out there already. It's called Boxing News Today. If you haven't already seen it, Boxing News Today is his website. It's his channel. Go subscribe to Boxing News Today. That's my brother Keith, man. He gonna be bringing something different to the platform, to the LDBC, to the brothers. You know what I mean? So you're gonna check out Mr. It's called Boxing News Today with the number 2, right? Today, the number 2 is 2. It's the number 2, right? And so I'm gonna introduce y'all to him live while we live on this show. And I'm gonna introduce y'all to him live on the morning show, because I'm still gonna do the morning show on the big channel, and we still gonna be doing that here on this channel. But like I said, the guests, special guests, and all of that is gonna be here on this channel. You know what I mean? And yo, word, 2 moms, I got a feeling y'all going to run this until 7-8 show pop off. Yeah, for sure, man. We gonna y'all know what it is, man. It's the takeover, man. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. Jay Good, you met him. Jay Good, you know who I'm talking about. Rocco 3, salute. How do you join the LDBC, man? You grind, man. You grind. Bernardi Pierre Lewis, salute. Man, now I can see your name all clear. When I'm looking at it in the morning on the other device on my phone and stuff, it looks like BR for whatever reason. Guess that's old age catching up with me. Jay Cooley, salute. Pito Frescobar, salute. How you join the LDBC, man? I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man. It's a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? We thank everybody for the support. But loyalty and grind, man. That's everything, man. Loyalty and grinding is everything. You dig what I'm saying? Loyalty and grinding, man. And you show that, you know what I mean? And then it's up to the brother, the General, 7A Sports TV. Retros or .79 Boxing, salute. It's up to the General, 7A Sports TV, man. And the Godfather, Blood Boxing, aka the Godfather, aka the historian, Blood Boxing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you do, man. You grind, man. You stay loyal, man. We're a band of brothers, man. We loyal. You dig what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. We loyal, man. We're a band of brothers and we loyal. You dig what I'm saying? So, loyalty over everything, man. Loyalty over everything. We could disagree. We could agree. You know what I mean? We could have disagreements. We don't have arguments. We have disagreements. Mr. 21 Strong said, what happened to my wrench? Nobody got a wrench on this channel because, unfortunately, YouTube won't allow me to give out wrenches on this channel yet, Mr. 21 Strong. So you didn't lose your wrench. It's a different channel, bro. D-Lo 404 Boxing, salute. So you didn't lose your wrench. We're just on a different channel. So nobody has wrenches right now. If you can see, nobody has wrenches. So nobody has a wrench. And so with that said, brothers and sister architect one. Yep. The queens, brothers and queens, man. We don't refer to them as sisters. We refer to them as queens. You know what I mean? Once I learned how to give out wrenches here on this channel, unfortunately, I can't do it. I don't know why. You know what I mean? I'm attempting it right now. Nope, it's telling me to hide you and all types of other stuff, man. So I can't give out wrenches, man. I don't understand why. I don't know why, but this is why I tell y'all to share the channel, share it in the brothers chats, send it to everybody, because we need this channel to grow. We need this channel to get over 3,000 subs. Right now, we haven't even hit 1,000 subs yet. We got to get this channel over 3,000 subs. We got to get it to a point where it's in the algorithm, right? Because we're going to have so much important information and so much important knowledge. Roll Boy Florida, salute. So much important knowledge and so much important information. Underground Asylum, salute. That this channel needs to be heard. It needs to be out there. You understand what I'm saying? So, we got to get it in the algorithm. We got to make it known. You understand what I'm saying? So share it, like it, do whatever you got to do to get it out there. But we need to get it up to 3,000 subs. We need to get a certain amount of watch time. And then we could get and then I don't even know if this format allows you to give out wrenches, because this is not This is not hangouts. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's funny, man. I'm gonna tell you something that's real funny, right? I could sit on my porch all day, right? Nobody go up and down the block. Nothing is quiet. All that good stuff, right? As soon as I start talking here, because I love this weather, man. This is my favorite time of the year. As soon as I start talking to y'all and building with y'all, the dirt bikers want to come out. The cars want to come back and forth. People want to come talking to neighbors, all that, man. Amazing, man. Mr. De Niro said, what I miss, you and Shawn Porter, I've been busy and missed it. Yeah, you know, I'm going to leave that alone for now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to handle something behind the scenes. So, you know, yeah, Jay Good. How much we at? Tony Snowflake, salute. How much we at, man? I can't see the subs or nothing. It's different right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't see the subs or nothing. You know what I mean? But I can't hand out wrenches. You know what I mean? And that's important, man, because you know we're gonna start getting them trolls coming in. You know they're gonna start coming in sooner or later. Emmanuel Joseph Bain, salute. Them trolls gonna start making their way in here sooner or later. It's just a matter of time. You understand what I'm saying? But let's get into it till my brother Curt get up in here, man. So let's talk about this, man. The odd fella, salute. Salute from the north side. That gash, that injury that Tyson Fury suffered is really deep, man. We all know Sheldon Holmes, salute. We all know Golden Glove, salute. We all know we at 846. See, I didn't even know that, man. To be honest, I thought it was at 7 something. But we need to get the so true, salute. We need to get that up to 3K, man. Word up. We 2K 2100 away, man. 2150. 2150 away, man. We gotta share it. Like it. H-Town 713, salute. So the injury that Tyson Fury suffered, he now has he got 50 stitches. I know people gonna say 47. Man, I'm just gonna add on the other 3. You know what I'm saying? Roll Boy Florida said, when can I get my wrench? Don't you have a wrench on the other channel, on the big channel? You should have a wrench on the big channel. Anthony Wheeler, salute. He said, I see wrenches. Y'all see wrenches? Everything is black and white to me. I don't see wrenches. Y'all see wrenches? Y'all see wrenches? Because it's not showing me that anybody has a wrench. Roderick Hunter say, yep. Wow. I can't see the wrenches, y'all. I can't see it. Mr. De Niro said a bunch of them. Wow, let me show y'all, man. Just so y'all know I'm not making this up. I can't see the wrenches, and it doesn't allow me to give the wrenches. You dig what I'm saying? It's all the same thing to me. So just so y'all know, I'm not making this up. This is how it looks to me. There's no wrenches to me. You see that? There's no wrenches to me. It doesn't show me any wrenches. Terry Smoot Jr., salute. I'm on my computer, bro. I'm not on the phone. I'm on my computer. Come on, camera. Focus. I'm on the computer. It doesn't show me TBABTMC, salute. Yeah. That's Man, Cash G, salute. Now I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't even. So people could get blocked then. I never seen nobody get blocked. Well, we ain't having no trolls, but wow, I didn't even know there was no wrenches, man. I've seen like 8 to 10 wrenches so far. And it's blue? It's highlighted blue? Man, now y'all got me wanting to figure this out now, man. Now you got me wanting to figure it out. Shit. My brother Curt Anderson, what's going on with you, Curt?
Hey, Blue, what's good with you, man? What's good? Sorry, Chad and Blue, for the tardiness. I was on the phone with a client. I don't work this late, but he wanted a real big order. So a real big order means real big money. So I had to get him off the phone, man. I'm ready, man. What's going on, everybody?
Ain't nothing, bro. You can hear yourself more loud, right? I hooked up my speakers and everything, man. But
yeah, I noticed the sound difference.
Yeah. Yo, to me, because I'm using this the StreamYard, I can't see that that we got moderators or nothing on my end. So they telling me that it's dudes. People got wrenches, but I don't see none of that on my end. I can't.
Man, that's crazy.
You can see wrenches?
Nah, I can't see no wrenches.
Yeah, see. Curt can't see the wrenches either. That's wild because we can't see the wrenches, man. And so I can't hand them out either. I can't hand out the wrenches and I can't see them.
That's weird.
That's wild. But they saying that they see. Somebody said they seen at least 10 people. Fans Perspective said I see 4 to 5 wrenches.
Wow.
I can't see none. Michael Pugh, salute. D Soul 2009, salute. He said I count 5 to 6 people with wrenches, but I can't see one wrench. Not one. I don't even know how to hand it out. It's not even giving me the options to give out wrenches. Let me see, man. That's trippy, man. I don't know. But anyway, Curt, man, Tyson Fury, Shabazz Buyami, salute. Ramses Piper, salute. Kieran Alexa, salute. Cursor, salute. Michael Pugh, salute. Christopher Schaefer, salute. Kel C, salute. Kel C, I didn't give out no wrenches on here. Not one wrench. So it just transferred over. I guess YouTube is taking their time picking and choosing who they want to give the wrench to. Gregory Wyatt, salute to you, my brother. Super Mag Time, salute. Peace and blessings, Beverly Rose, Boxer Entertainment. Peace and blessings, Queen. Marcos Cano, salute. Vicky Gonzalez, salute. I guess the YouTube is taking their time. I guess they transferring them over from the big channel over here, but they are taking their time identifying who has the wrench and who doesn't. Jaquan Thompson, salute. Because it doesn't even give me the option on this platform to even give you guys wrenches. Hard man, Brian Taylor, salute. Chef Boy D, salute. He said I gave him the first live without Curt. Oh no, you know what I did? You know what I did? Hold on, Curt. Let's get to this caller, Curt.
Okay.
What's your name? Where you calling from? I already know who you are, but what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's CB Sports TV. From Chi-Town by way of Texas, baby. What's good with the Blue and Curt Sugar?
CBS, my brother. What's good with you?
Oh, man, family, I'm chilling, man. Just feeling good. I want to ask you brothers a question, man. Do y'all really think Tyson Fury going to delay this fight?
I do.
For Wilder?
I do. I think it's
the delay going to be, though?
I think that he's going to delay it, He's going to try to delay it at least a couple months. They're going to try to push it back to April, I believe. The scheduled date is February 22nd. They're going to try to push it back to April. That keeps Deontay Wilder inactive. The last time he fought was in May, right? When he fought Dominic Brazil.
Right.
And now think he's going to fight in November. So you say in May, June, July, August, September, October, November. That's 6 months, right? Since the next time he fought. Now he's going to be out December, January, February, March, April, another 5 months. So in a total of 11 to 12 months, he will have had only one fight in that time period before going in the ring with Tyson Fury, who's been active. So I think,
but it's a catch-22 though, because Fury's been active, but he just got the first beat off him by Otto Waller. Then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? He's still not really good. He's not going to be the same that was from the first time he fought Wilder, because those shots that Wilder landed on us. But not only that, but if Fury does do it, can Wilder contractually just go fight Ruiz in, or is it mandatory that he got to fight Fury after he fight Ortiz?
He has to fight Fury because of the contract. But if Fury pulls out with an injury, then he could avoid. He could go for undisputed, because undisputed trumps mandatories. But the situation with him and Tyson Fury is not a mandatory. It's contractual. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's where the problem come in. Tyson Fury is all over the place, because Tyson Fury is stating that, at 1 minute he's saying Wilder owes it to him to fight, and then in the next minute he's saying he don't care who Wilder fight and what Wilder does. So, me personally, man, I think Tyson Fury is trying to play games. I think Tyson Fury wants Deontay Wilder to be his retirement party, his going out party. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, this cut, it worked in his favor. I don't know how much it worked in Tyson Fury's favor himself, opposed to his team, because I don't think that his team and his family and the people around him want that Wilder fight. So I think
they don't. And honestly, though, Tyson Fury really don't want that fight, but when he signed over there to ESPN to get pretty much free money to fight, Uber driver and garbage truck drivers, you still got to go ahead and face death one more time. But now Wilder, I heard a little bit. I don't know if you and Kurt should have heard that Boxing Voice, the interview with the Boxing Voice earlier, saying he wanted to be like around 233, but he got 228. We all know that a 230-pound Deontay Wilder with more power behind his punches, it's lights out. And this time he's going to, like Otto Waller, get a little bit more. Like, hey, just go to that man's body. We all know if he drops his hands against Wilder, it's a wrap.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That go for anybody. I don't care who you are. If you drop your hands against Wilder, let him line you up and get you clean, you're not getting up.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Now, I'm right here on y'all show, the Ghost of the Darkness show. Thanks you, brothers, for, let me call in. I'm telling you right now, I've been saying this for the longest. Let me know. I want to hear both y'all teams on this. I got Spence by TKO over Shawn Porter next Saturday. That's my honest opinion. I've been saying it for the longest. I've been saying in the chat and all that. I'm sticking with it.
Yes, sir.
What y'all think?
Yes, sir. Curry, I'll let you cook on that one. Hey, yo, my brother CB Sports. We're gonna get to the next caller, so I'm gonna hang up, but we're gonna answer your question. All right, bro?
All right, go ahead, man. Much love to both you, brother.
Appreciate you, King.
All right.
Well, the heavyweight division, the answer to the first part of the question is this. If I'm Deontay Wilder, first I got to take care of Ortiz. Look past no fighter. It was almost disaster for Fury. You can't, especially heavyweights. One good, counter left from Ortiz, man, and we'll be talking something else, So Wilder has to take care of unfinished business with Ortiz. Okay. If Wilder gets past Ortiz in November, sit back and see what Ruiz and Joshua going to do, because he's not going to fight Fury February 22nd. That cut is not going to be healed and in a proper time manner. That's February 22nd. So to me, if Ruiz wins and he can void the contract due to injury, I will go after Ruiz, because that's a hot fight, man. Wilder and Ruiz and Texas Jerry world, because of the Mexican fan base and the popularity of Wilder, no matter where he goes, that's a hot fight right there. Now, if Joshua beats Ruiz, wait to fight Fury get Fury out the way, send him into retirement, and then goes for Joshua. You know, you're talking 2 mega paydays. You're talking about 2 high-profile fights. To me, Wilder has opponents now.
It's your boy Mac for saying.
Curt, go ahead, Curt. Keep cooking.
Okay. Wilder has opponents. He has the winner of Joshua Ruiz, and he has Fury, because I don't think Wilder's going to be around too much longer. I don't want him to. He has over 40 fights, you know, so I want him to become undisputed heavyweight champion, then retire. I would say 2 or 3 good fights, and Deontay is done, man. So he has opponents, you know. And the second part of the question, first I said TKO late round to 11th round for Spence. I'm changing it to a unanimous decision, but he's going to hurt Porter 2 or 3 times, man. I'm giving Porter the benefit of the doubt. You know, he'll have his moments early, but after that jab land and Spence brings those combinations behind the jab, man, he's going to hurt Shawn. May even cut Shawn, you know, but I just got a feeling for some reason he might cut him or swell him up. You know, the toughness of Shawn Porter will get him through the fight, but it wouldn't shock me if he gets a TKO.
All right, first caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Ramsey, man. I'm calling from Cincinnati.
My brother Ramsey Sutton?
Nah, Ramsey's Piper, man.
Okay, Ramsey Piper, what's shaking with you, man?
What's going on, bro?
Ain't shaking, no, what's shaking with you, bro?
Oh, shit, man. I love this show you got going on.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, but nah, I just had a comment, though, bro.
All right.
Every time I watch Errol Spence, bro, so does he put you in the mind of Marvin Hagler with just the relentless attack, cold fight?
Yeah and no. Stylistically, no, because Marvin.
Not really talking about style, just the personality of the fighter.
Just his aggressiveness, right? Yeah. When you talk about his mindset, his aggressiveness, his will, yeah, absolutely. That yeah, you know, blue collar, hard hat, lunch pail, you know, no special effects, just coming through to break you down and get you up out of there. Absolutely. What you think, Curt?
Yeah, absolutely. I said this before. Spence is a throwback fighter. His temperament in the ring too, but his temperament and a fighter mind is a terrible thing to waste, because you know you got a fighter in Spence who says who believe what he says. If he says I'm going there to outbox you, he'll go in there to outbox you. If he says I'm coming to knock you out, trust and believe next Saturday, that's what he's gunning for. You know, but you know, it's just his mind. He's a strong-willed, strong-minded person. Remember, this is a young fighter who went to a different country and snatched the title from their champion, and and criticize his own performance of doing that. That impressed me so much. I was always a Spence fan, but I was a bigger fan. And that's why I want to see him and Crawford, because they both have that temperament. They have the temperament of 2 male lions, 2 pit bulls, you know, of 2 male lions fighting out in the Serengeti for territory. I love that analogy. And, you know, that's why they 2 of my favorite fighters. But that Marvin Hagler, no nonsense. Marvin Hagler used to wear a hat called War. He used to come out in a song by Edwin K. Starr called War. You know, he was on a seek and destroy mission, and that's what Errol Spence. He's tough mentally, so I could see that. You know, that analogy you made between Hagler and Spence.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna get to the next caller, all right, bro?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Hey, man, what's your name? Where you calling from? I already know who you are, but go ahead, man. Let the people know.
Yeah, it's Mac. Stay ready, boxer. What's going down, Blue?
My brother.
Stay ready, my brother. What's cooking?
Hey, man, let me tell a quick story. Word. Let me tell y'all a quick story, man. Me and my brother Stay Ready. We went to Papa Duke's out there in Houston. You know what I'm saying? And man, we got some of that was some of the best food. My brother got some alligator, man. You know what I'm saying? He got some alligator. And I got some salmon and some king crab legs, man. And you know, I'm from New York, Kurt. You know how we do over here. You know what I'm saying? We go to City Island, get them nice big king crab legs. Man, hey Kurt, you know them big king crab legs you get from City Island, man?
Yes, yes, sir, my brother, man. I used to go to Sammy's, man, and get those. Woo, Sammy's. Got to go to Sammy's when you're in New York, man. City Island, get those king crab. I'm a shrimp lover, man, a seafood lover. Go to Sammy's. Go to any restaurant, but I like Sammy's.
Sammy's my joint. But Kurt, the king crabs that I got, man, they made them joints look like blue crab legs, man.
Wow.
They were so huge. I gave them away, man. I ate like I did. I gave it away, man. They were so big. And Boxing Ego came, man. The three of us, man, we sat there. We had a great time, man. So my brother Stay Ready, man. He showed me a good time, bro. I appreciate you 1,000%. And anytime you step foot on this surface over here in New York, bro, you already know I got you, man. You know what I'm saying?
I already know. I need to put him in a trip soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead and cook, bro.
I got 2 things. What do you guys think about the Wilder fight? Because to be honest with you, man, I went back and looked at it again, and I still scored that fight a drop. There's no way I just see the way they judged that fight. Like one judge had 118 and 110. Like that was impossible.
Right.
Like Wilder was way to him in the first half of that fight.
Right.
But I'm still trying to figure out what am I missing? Because that fight was too close. It wasn't until the later rounds where Fury started going into desperation trying to get him out of there.
You know what you missed, man. You know what you ain't missed nothing. You know exactly what took place. ESPN. That's why I was telling people, man. It was no way they was gonna let Tyson Fury lose that fight. They invested too much in him. They got that Wilder fight. ESPN and when is the last time they had a fight of that magnitude, Kurt? Wilder and Fury showcased on their platform. Even though we know it's going to be a joint network situation, but when is the last time ESPN had a fight of that magnitude?
Man, it's been a minute. Fury head could have been rolling around on the canvas, man. They wasn't stopping that fight by any means necessary. They could not afford for him to lose.
And that's what I'm saying, man. They wasn't going to let him lose regardless. And he had a bad outing, man. He had a bad outing, man. And but I've been telling everybody, the jab to the solar plex with Fury, it's just like in football, man. Anybody play football, you know the hips don't lie. Tyson Fury do all that herky jerky movement and all that jittery movement and all that shuffling and all that. Man, that stuff is fool's gold. If you keep aiming for it, because he looks like a big sloppy target, but you're aiming for him and you're missing. Right, because he knows how to get out of the way of punches in close quarters, right? So he makes you miss. Yeah. So what you got to tag that jab to the solar plex is the key, because once you jab to his solar plex, for whatever reason, he can't see the right hand and the left hook coming after that. He just can't see it. This dude Wilder was landing the left hook and the right all night long, the right jab and the left hook all night long. It's just his ring IQ wasn't high enough to understand that when Tyson Fury started coming in with his bows like this, like he was George Foreman with his head down and his eyes pointing to the canvas, he never threw one uppercut. And that's
when he did. You know what he did? And he landed him and he lifted Tyson Fury ass up too. But Tyson kept coming. He didn't realize that he should have kept going with it. And he never came back with that overhand left either.
Right, and you know what else he never did? All he had to do when Tyson Fury was bowling in is just pivot. He never pivoted out the way. He tried to run straight back with a guy who's 6'9" and has an enormous arm reach. No, man, stop doing that. Yeah.
And one thing that Tyson Fury did that was smart, that people ain't talking about it, and Valine let him do, was take his big frame and lean down Valine. Mm-hmm. People don't realize when you're in a fight, it takes away your legs and it makes you tired, because Fury won those rounds just by leaning on Violent and pushing him back. Waleem, you know, and the weight played a part. You know, you should have just pushed him off or backed up. You know, so Fury used his weight intelligently, you know, to wear down Violent, and that's what he did.
Yeah, I mean, Waleem, man, to me, his ring IQ, but the blueprint is there, and this is my whole thing with this is my biggest fears. And I know, you know, my brothers, you guys will say like, you know, Tyson Fury is not the lineal champ. I like to say he's the lineal champ because I want Deontay Wilder. So now Deontay Wilder stoned him. You got to give him all those accolades. You said he was the lineal champ, give it to him. Now Wilder's the lineal champ.
I'm gonna tell you like this: Wilder gonna knock him out within 5.
Mm-hmm. My only fear is this: that now Tyson Fury is showing so much vulnerability. And now he's already talking about he's been drinking, he's backsliding. So now when Wilder beat him, here we go with more excuses. They're gonna tell us that Fury was backsliding. Fury wasn't the same. We saw the fight with Otto Wally. We saw, you know, so that's why I don't like to discredit him as far as his accolades and you know, saying that he's not the lineal champion. We know he's really not. But guess what? If ESPN gonna run with it, and they're going to tell the casual fans that he the lineal champ, okay, he the lineal champ. So when Wilder beat him, now he the lineal champ and the WBC champ. You know what I'm saying?
What I say about that? About that move?
Uh-huh.
If they do that, make it a killer. If they say you're backsliding out there, make it a killer. Wilder, knock him out of here.
Mm-hmm. Deontay don't even expect him. He don't expect him to He don't expect Tyson Fury to exercise the trilogy, and like I told you guys, Tyson Fury wants Deontay Wilder to retire. He wants that to be his exit strategy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, my brother, stay ready. We're gonna get to the next caller. All right, bro?
All righty, champ.
I appreciate you, champ. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna listen to you.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, man. Call back in, my peopleizations. Make it happen. Make it happen, my peopleization. Y'all go ahead and call back in. Bo 1, while we wait for somebody else, I'm going to salute the super chat. I'm in the chat room. Bo 1, salute. My brother, BFTV Boxer in the building. Salute. Here we go, another caller. Cypher Supreme TV, salute. What's your name? Where you calling from? I see that 718, so I know you reside here in New York.
Already know, baby. It's Pito Frescoball. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Salute, Pito Frescoball. What's shaking with you, King?
Ain't nothing, man. You know my favorite time of the day, talking boxing, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is Blue?
Yes, sir. It's Blue.
Yo, Blue, what up, baby?
What's shaking with you?
Oh, you nothing, man. We out here, man. Just finished feed as a kid. I hear you. Listen, you know Fury is not going to fight Wilder now, man. He's first off, ain't no way that cut 50 stitches and change is going to heal in what, 5 months?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yep.
Wilder's right hand going to tear that open easily. He's staying away from him. The same way he stood away from him over the Vlad. Same way, man. Wilder ain't never going to get that opportunity. And it sucks for us. You know that.
Yep. And not to mention, Pito, keep in mind, that's 5 months, but don't forget, he got to go at least 2.5 months without no contact. So it's 5 months healing. And
I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's just using the campaign for recognition. Make sure the stupid shit he's doing coming out on ESPN, like dressed up like a Lucha Libre wrestler. He's coming out like Apollo Creed. All that's for show, man. Like I always tell you, man, I'm sick. I love boxing, but I'm sick of it, man. We're not getting none of the fights we want to see. And you know, listen, another thing, I support Spence, but now. First, it was let him take the WBC from Shawn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he was like, all right, after he gets that WBC, he's looking to come face Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's taking the Pacquiao. He already labeling that he's gonna take Pacquiao. Come on, man, when they gonna give Bud? Bud is sitting there and trying to age him out. Everybody's taking that with the whole, but my thing is this. If Bud could offer Danny Garcia and them dudes on PBC, they all on the same side of the street. Why can't we make this fight happen sooner than later? Know what I'm saying?
You know my problem with Bud is, he's shorted. He not being real with himself. You know what I'm saying? That's my issue with Bud. He's not being honest and real with himself because signing that deal, signing with ESPN, it put him on the wrong side of the street. You know what I'm saying? And in doing so, you know, he has a shortage of opponents. You know what I mean? And now you have Bob Arum. Not only does he have a shortage of opponents, but you got Bob Arum who has no real interest in securing any major fights. When your promoter is out there telling the world that when your promoter's out there telling the world you have no interest in fighting, allowing your fighter to fight Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter because they're not good fighters, they're horrible fighters. What are you talking about? What is Mean Machine? What is Jeff Horn? What is Amir Khan?
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I didn't know he didn't want to fight Shawn. I know Bud says that him and Porter had some type of relationship, so they cool. But I thought he made the $3 million offer to Danny to fight, and they turned that down. Same thing with Mike. Look, I agree with you. If Spence, I'm not knocking him for going after WBC on Porter. That's the green belt. We all want that, right? So I'm not even gonna. If he gets the Pac-Man fight, no doubt. And like you said, truthfully, I'm not a fan of the A side, C side. But if he does it in that order, I agree with you that he's definitely the A side of the fight. But after that, Lou, let's just say all of that goes in order. After that, what will be the excuse, man?
Yeah, well, after that, he has no choice because, should he accomplish everything that I said that, what would make him the clear A side in Errol Spence, I think by that point in time, he's going to seek out Terrence Crawford by any means necessary because I believe he's going to start to outgrow the division anyway. So he's going to look for that fight because he can't hang around the division no more anyway. So, he accomplished beating Shawn Porter, and then he's accomplished securing the Manny Pacquiao fight. He has to go in the direction of Earl Spence. I think he has one more fight outside of Earl. Outside of he has to go after Terrence Crawford. I think he had one more fight outside of Terrence Crawford. Maybe he fights Danny Garcia, and then go after Bud, and then make his way to 54. Because then by that, if he goes and he beats Shawn Porter and he secures a fight with Manny Pacquiao, and maybe he don't secure the next fight with Manny Pacquiao. Maybe he goes the route of fighting Danny Garcia after Shawn Porter, and then he gets the Manny Pacquiao fight, and then he goes to Bud.
I hope so, because something got to give, man. It seems like all we getting is people fighting on Twitter, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, we still getting, what it is that we getting the big fights, but the problem is, this is what I say about the sport of boxing with us as fans, right? Is that we look at it, we always looking past the fight in front of us, right? We guilty of that, right? Because of the format of the sport. So we always looking past, the fight in front of us, right? So we look at this is a great fight next weekend, but we want to see Errol and Terrence. You dig what I'm saying? And when Errol and Terrence fight, by that time we're gonna have guys like Curt Anderson making his way. And then we're gonna be looking before they even fight. We're gonna be like, we want to see Curt Anderson fight the winner of that fight. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we never satisfy as boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it goes. But we are getting the great fights. You know what I'm saying? We getting Shawn Porter and Errol Spence. That's a great fight, man. It's the rubber gonna meet the road. Something got to give.
I definitely think so, and I don't think it's gonna be as easy as people make you think. Because we ain't never seen nobody walk from Porter.
Right.
And I think he has the best resume in 147, aside from getting Floyd out. They Floyd ain't in the picture no more. You know what I mean? But Porter ain't never ducked no smoke.
Right. Exactly.
I was actually at the Danny Garcia Porter fight in the Broadway, and I felt Danny landed the harder punches, but I felt like Shawn outworked him. And with this fight, I just think we're gonna see the old school Shawn Porter. He's gonna make it dirty, and we're gonna see what Spence is made of. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna get to the next caller, but I'm gonna let Curt cook on your question. All right?
I appreciate you, Blue. Stay up, baby.
Appreciate you, baby. Hey, what's your name? Where you calling from?
ESGB.
My brother. Yo, BFT. Yes, sir. Yo, hold on one second. I'm gonna let Curt cook on this on Pito Frescobar's last comment, and then we're gonna let you cook. All right, bro?
For sure, King. Do your thing.
Go ahead, Curt. Cook on that, Curt.
real quick so we can get the next caller, but it's just simply put that Crawford re-signing with Bob Arum made it difficult. Now, any fight can be made in boxing because remember, people, the De La Hoya and Trinidad situation. If that fight could be made, any fight can be made. You know, Bob Arum and Don King had to deal with each other, and they had hatred for each other, but the fight was made. You know, we want to see Crawford and Spence because in the next 3 years, you wait and see how the face of the welterweight division is going to change. You're going to have Prograis and Taylor. They're going to be moving up. You're going to have Jerron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz and Barrios. You're going to have a lot of people, you know. So this fight needs to be made next year. I don't know if Manny's going to fight Spence, you know, if Spence gets past Porter, but he will be the A side. And Terrence Crawford got to say, listen, I'm the world's best fighter, and you know, business wise, I'm the B side because with the Garcia success, the pay-per-view with Spence, he has the bigger brand. He's from Texas. He has the Cowboys behind him. He's fighting. He's going from Garcia to Porter. So if he beats Porter, he'll have 2 championships and a couple of pay-per-views under his belt. So Crawford has to defer as Spence being the A side.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000%. Hey, BFTB Boxing, go ahead and cook, bro.
For sure, family, for sure. Once again, man, I appreciate both of the guys. You know what I'm saying? I love what y'all do. I support everything y'all do, and I appreciate y'all putting the channel on, you know what I'm saying, for us to call in and do what we do. But what I was going to say, and I have been an avid diehard blood fan for a long time. And I'm a diehard Spence fan as well. I'm a fan of the best fight the best. But there is a lot of things that people say, to include my brother the Russia, that say that lead me to believe that the holdup for this fight is Bud Crawford. That's the holdup, in my opinion. And Bud Crawford is not the A-side. If you come out saying you're the A-side, I understand none of us like to hear that A-side, B-side nonsense. We don't like to hear that. We just want to see the fight. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about the money split. We want to see the fight. The problem that we have is the fighters do care about the money split. They do care about the A-side and B-side. Terrence Crawford's pay-per-view do not make him the A-side. He's had 2. Baylor and his was the Amir Khan fight, and the one with the both out is $50,000. Errol Spence did more than both of his in one fight. There is no way that you can come to the table saying you're the A-side, you demand 50-50. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that and then say in the same breath that you want the fight. Because if you want the fight, then you're going to be willing to concede something to get it. You can't say it's a 50-50 split. You've done nothing, bro. You've literally done nothing in this division. Now, there's no hate to Bud. I love Bud. These are just facts, bro. These are just facts. Nobody would give Errol Spence credit if he beat Amir Khan or if he beat the Hornet. Nobody. Or if he beat Jose Benavidez who just got stabbed in his leg. Nobody would give him credit, bro. They barely give him credit for Trump work. They would not give him credit for that. So there is no way in the world, in my opinion, that someone can say, okay, Bud Crawford, you want to make the fight, you want Errol Spence, but then you're coming in saying it's a 50-50 split. No, brother. And then on top of that, all the belts are on the PBC side. So anytime Errol Spence gets another belt, that's less of a percentage for Terrence Crawford. What y'all think?
Yeah, Curt, you want to go ahead and cook on that, Curt?
Absolutely. You know, like I said, Crawford has to defer, but here's the problem. Crawford is thinking, since I'm the world's best fighter, I should be the A side. It don't really work like that because boxing is a business. Earl is top 5 pound for pound. I have him number 4. You know, but it's about the brand. You know, his name is bigger. Where he's from is bigger. Omaha, Nebraska is not really a hotbed for boxing, but Texas is. Going back to Jack Johnson and all the fighters in between. Being from Texas right now, you got the Charlos, you got a lot of people. It's a hotbed for boxing, always have been. It's a huge state. You know, so, and plus, you know, Earl with the pay-per-view success, and he's fighting Porter again on pay-per-view. Even though I heard the ticket sales ain't doing well because putting it in LA, it was a terrible move. That this fight should have been in Texas, you know. But nonetheless, Earl has a bigger name than you, you know, for the fact that you know who he has behind him. Jerry, you know, Jerry Jones is coming into the ring, you know. So you know, when he fought at Campo, it was filled. But the problem is he has so much pride, Terrence Crawford, that might stop the fight. It should be 50% Spence, 40% Terrence Crawford. The winner gets the remaining 10%. That's very, very fair. I think it's fair. But you don't know Terrence Crawford is going to go for that because I know him. He has a lot of pride to the fact, you know, that it can get in the way. No, I'm the A side because I'm the better fighter, he believes, before the fight. Or look, I'm number one pound for pound, so I should get the lion's share. It doesn't work like that. It's a business. It's Spence is a top-notch fighter, but his star is shinier than yours, brighter than yours at the time. So I think the fight was going to be made next year. I really do. Somehow, some way, they'll hammer out the negotiations and the fight will be made. And we need a super fight. We're getting a lot of big fights, but we will have a super fight in the welterweight division, a la Leonard Hearns, a la Donald Curry versus Milton McQuarrie.
Salute, y'all, man.
Salute, BFTB.
Salute.
Peace, family. Hey, other caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Al the Truth from Minnesota.
Al the Truth from Minnesota. Salute to Minnesota IDA. What's shaking with you, bro?
Not much, man. What's going on?
Ain't nothing, man. It's just a squirrel in your world trying to get a nut, bro. What's shaking?
I can dig it. So I got a quick question for you. It's something that's been on my mind. I've been watching a few Wilder fights. Make you got the opinion on it. So I went back and I watched the DuPontis fight. And I noticed that Wilder got a real good inside game when he's fighting close. But I just wondered, you know, maybe you talk to why is it that he never really used that? Because definitely in a Tyson Fury fight, or even some of his other fights, it seemed like if he incorporated that, like when he's throwing those uppercuts, and he got to do Hoppus up out of there, he seems like he do very well with it, but he don't use it very much. You ever wonder why? Or do you know why?
Why he don't use his jab?
No, it's like his inside fighting game, like in the Duhopis fight. Like he was fighting it very close with Duhopis, and he kept throwing a lot of uppercuts. But he don't seem to use that style very much. And he seemed very effective at it. So I just wonder why he don't seem to use that style.
Because it's easier for him to use his extension and knock you out. You remember he knocked out Duhopis in the inside, and he also knocked out Luis Ortiz. That was an uppercut. Remember that. You know, so when it depends on the fight, he allows the fight. See, this is what I says. There's a lot more facets to Deontay Wilder's game than meets the eye. You know what I mean? The agenda that's pushed against Deontay Wilder is that he's all he is a knockout artist, right? But if you look at his knockouts, you can see his knockouts come in multiple different ways. So that means he's not just a knockout artist. He's actually setting up the knockout. He hid the right hand against Dominic Brazil. He hit Luis Ortiz with an uppercut on the inside. He hesitated. He counterpunched Johan Duhopis to knock him out, like you stated. He lured him, let him come, walk him into the ropes, counterpunched him, and was using the inside game, right? He didn't knock out Bermain Stavern. The first go round, he used angles, right? The second go round, he punched right through him. You understand what I'm saying? So it's different. There's different levels to Deontay Wilder's game, but all people see is him getting knockouts. He definitely can fight on the inside, as we saw that, and that surprised Luis Ortiz. Okay, it surprised Luis Ortiz that he was able to fight on the inside. It surprised him. Hey, Curt, what you got to say about that, Curt?
Well, Wilder fighting on the inside, you know, the science to this boxing game that I come to realize that long, lean fighters like Deontay Wilder and Thomas Hearns and Bob Foster, you know, Mark Breland, they're long. You know, I don't like to see fighters like that fight on the inside. Now, Wilder got away with it with Duhopis because there's levels to this game when you come to skills, but I do not want him to fight on the inside with Ortiz. Ortiz pedigree, you know, he throws short, sneaky punches. That's what got Wilder in trouble in the 7th round, the last fight. Wilder needs to stay on the outside. Fighters that's long and lean need to hit you with what you call tail end punches, have you at the end of his punches. He's more effective like that, throwing a long right hand. And, you know, you could throw Sergey Kovalev in there. These guys are effective, you know, fighting long range. You know, I do not want Wilder on the inside with even a Joshua or Fury or Ortiz. You know, Duhampas and Molina, he can get away with it, but stay on the outside and utilize your reach, because that's where the power comes from when you can, you know, fully extend, like Tommy Hearns. You know, Tommy Hearns got in trouble when he fought on the inside. Go watch Marvin Hagler. Bob Foster got in problems when he fought Joe Frazier on the inside. Wilder got hurt when he let Ortiz too close. You know, even Floyd Mayweather, he got hurt because he said, I made a mistake against Shane Mosley because I got too close. Fighters, you know, you have to keep them on the end of your punches, long, lean fighters. Now, if you're Tank Davis or Marvin Hagler, and, you know, you got that short, you know, stout build, you know, or Regis Prograis, then you can fight on the inside. But Deontay Wilder be better off fighting from the outside and using his reach.
All right, I appreciate that, guys. I was just wondering that because it's something I noticed he's good at. Just want to know you guys talk, but I definitely appreciate it.
Yep, you know what it is all right, bro. We're gonna get to the next caller, but we appreciate you calling in, my brother.
All right, bro. Have a good night.
All right, you too. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This B&B Boxing, Minnesota.
B&B Boxing. What's good with you? Hold on 1 second. Let me cook on something real quick. Let me answer the brother's question that was just on. Yeah, I think that it's like Floyd Mayweather. He used different styles. He used the Philly shell. He used the shoulder roll. He used the high guard. He used sometimes he kept his hands down at his side. You know, it was all based off of what his opponent showed him, what he had to do, the adjustments he made. You know, that's what Floyd Mayweather was the most proud of. Hey, do me a favor, bro. Mute yourself, B&B.
What up?
Do me a favor. Just mute yourself for 1 second.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Floyd Mayweather, you know, took pride in having to make adjustments. You know, he took what you gave him. You know what I'm saying? As long as he wanted to fight. You know, so you'll see him use the high guard. You know what I mean? You'll see him use the shoulder roll at times, right? You'll see him comfortable, just hands at his side and jabbing at your solar plex. You know what I mean? You see him use different angles. He'll do this at times on the ropes, right? And slide on the ropes and you know, use the ropes and, you know, then he'll go into the high guard and then he'll try to walk you down and he feint you, you know, jab to the body. He give you different looks, right? And that's a testament to the boxer. And that's a lot. You see, I'm glad the caller said that, Curt. I'm glad that caller said that because, you know, we get too caught up with saying Deontay Wilder is one-dimensional. And I'm glad that, you know, people realize that there are people out there that realize that this dude could fight multiple different ways. But if he got that one-punch knockout power, why not use it? His jab is beautiful. And like you said, Curt, he hit the right hand against Dominic Brazil. Beautiful. And Curt, you was calling it, just like I was saying he need to use the jab to the solar plex. You was calling it on how he needs to hide the right hand when you're dealing with a guy like Tyson Fury, because Fury has slick and jittery movement. So you got to hide that right hand. You can't be predictable, you know, and he has the tools in the toolbox. It's just all, you know, he showcases it at times, but just like he said in the Fury fight, you know, he got overzealous. You know what I mean? He was too amped up. He was too excited. He told me personally behind the scenes when he came out the tunnel. He said when he saw the crowd and he felt the energy, he felt the emotion. He said all he wanted to do was blaze Tyson Fury and knock him out cold. You know what I'm saying? He forgot about just winning the fight right out, being victorious. He just wanted a highlight reel knockout. You know what I'm saying, Curt?
Yep, absolutely.
So But go ahead, B&B Boxing. Go ahead and cook, bro. Take yourself off mute and cook.
Hey, what up, y'all? What up, Curt?
Hello, bro.
And I want to talk about Crawford and Spence. That fight is going to happen because it's one thing, don't quote me on this, but during the Julius and Donago fight, he had re-signed that contract with Crawford. And I think that contract was for 6 fights. Now, I believe he's working on his 4th fight. You know what I'm saying? So that contract is getting ready to come back into play. And y'all got to remember, he already met with Errol Spence in Texas. Remember, he went there and he went out there and he was down there and him and Errol had met. I think something's going to happen. I'm thinking that fight is going to happen somewhere between either the end or the middle of 21. You know what I'm saying? That fight's going to happen. That fight's going to happen. The fight's going to happen. I don't think Bud is that stupid, especially looking at everything that's going on with Tyson Fury, how he's playing the backseat. You know what I'm saying? With all of that that's going on, how they're treating Bud. But I think he's starting to see that he could probably get that money. That's what I'm betting on, that he could actually get up out of that contract and not have to resign. I believe it was the six fight. I don't know. Do y'all remember that when that happened, when that contract was signed? I believe it was 6 fights.
6 fights?
Yeah, it was 6 fights for that contract that he re-signed with Crawford.
Oh, Bud contract is almost up.
Yeah, wasn't it 6 fights?
Yeah. No, I don't even know if it was 6. I think it was 4 or 5.
I thought it was 4. I could be mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong, you know, but I know it's almost up though.
Yeah, I believe it was 4 or 5 because he signed right when it was the before the Jeff Horn fight, right?
I think it was during the whole discussion was during the Bongo fight. Like right during that time, that's when everybody was talking about he had re-signed with Top Rank. Was during that Ndongo fight when he unified.
It was the Ndongo fight? I thought it was the right. It might have been because the Ndongo fight was right before the Jeff Horn fight. So,
right. And then he went in, so he got like 3 or 4 more fights, and I don't know if it was. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If y'all remember the discussion, then as to whether it was either it was 4 or 6 fights.
I thought it was 5, and I could be wrong. I thought it was 4 or 5, but he's fought. I know he has a fight left or 2. So he fought Ndongo, he fought Horn, Jose Benavidez, and Khan. So this would be it. May have been 6 fights, or maybe it was 4 fights after the Ndongo fight, and we got 3, and he going on 1 more, right? Because we got Horn, Benavidez, and Khan, and now we got this next fight. And because I know Bomac said next year the contract is up, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, he said next year. So maybe this fight in December is his last fight. You know, but that's interesting. I got to go back and check that out, man.
You got to check them facts just because I think that contract is up and down. I think he might be playing it right. You know what I'm saying? Not really saying nothing. He's building the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I think that fight's gonna happen. I think that fight's gonna happen. I don't think that ain't nobody ducking nobody. He even said so himself. Ain't nobody ducking nobody.
Well, my thing about him, I appreciate you calling in, bro. We're gonna get to the next caller, but we're gonna answer your question right now, right?
All right.
Salute to my brother BNB. So with that said, you know, about him playing the cards right and you know, keeping it under wraps. I don't think that really matters, Curt, because and the reason I don't think it matters is because everybody knows that he needs to either be a free agent or sign with the PBC because that's where all the fights is. So, you know, whether he keeps it under wraps or, you know, he puts it out to the public, the facts remain that the results remain that we want to see is that you need to either be a free agent or fight by fight basis that would allow you to fight these guys on the PBC, or you need to sign with the PBC. What you think, Curt?
Yeah, it will make things a lot easier, man. I don't want Crawford to fall in the category of Mike McCollum and Aaron Pryor, two excellent fighters who never had their opponents, whose career should have been much further along with their opponents. Crawford doesn't fight Spence, man. He's a big gaping hole in his legacy, and he's not going to get the accolades he so richly deserves. He has to fight Spence. Even if he loses, least we could say, man, Crawford was a hell of a fighter. He just fought a better fighter than Spence, but it's worse when you don't fight the guy. It just leaves the bad taste in boxing fans' mouth. So Spence has the opponents. His legacy is going to be secure. But Terence Crawford, man, hey, he better find a way to get this fight done with Spence next year, or, he's going to have a big hole in his career. Nobody wants to see Mean Machine. And even though anything can happen in the fight, anything can happen against anybody. But, Crawford being undefeated, Spence being undefeated, is just something about two supremely talented fighters fighting each other to shoot out for supremacy. That's what this fight is all about. It's for welterweight, it's for legacy, it's for pound for pound. Let's get it done. Get it done.
Absolutely, absolutely, Curt. Hey, first caller, LT Green, that's you?
What's going on, Blue? What's going on, Curt?
What's going on?
Salute, bro.
What's going on, man? VLT out of the chat, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, I had a question, man. What do y'all think that Canelo gonna go with if he leave Golden Boy? You think he probably go to top? I mean, not top rank, but PBC, him and the other little guy, or you think that they'll probably just go independent?
Oh, you talking about Ryan Garcia? I think Ryan Garcia needs a promoter. He can't be independent because he doesn't have enough oomph. He doesn't have enough strength, to build his own name. He doesn't have the money. I mean, he could follow Canelo. Maybe Canelo could help him out. But at this point in time, Canelo Alvarez don't need a promoter. Canelo Alvarez could stay independent. Canelo Alvarez is a big enough star. There comes a point in time in the sport of boxing, it's just about if you're lazy or not. If you want to do the work or you want somebody else to do the work. Canelo Alvarez, he could do the work himself. You know what I mean? What that entails him, paying attention to detail because, there's a lot that comes with that. So Canelo Alvarez doesn't need a promoter. As far as Ryan Garcia definitely needs a promoter at this point in time because he don't have the backing. He don't have the start. He has a lot of kid following. He has a lot of Instagram following and, high school kids, that type of thing. But that's not going to cut it on when, when you talk about promotions. What you think, Curt?
Yeah, Ron Garcia doesn't have the name. You need a name to be on your own. When you're a Mayweather or Pacquiao, Canelo, he has what you call a built-in fan base already. He doesn't need anybody. La Hoya knows it, but Ryan Garcia does. I think Ryan Garcia would do well with the PBC, man. They can build him up. He can be like the James Dean of boxing. With the boyish looks and all that. I know what to do with him. I'm not even a boxing promoter, but I don't think he's going to be with De La Hoya. I don't know the inner workings of his contract, but he will do well on PBC, on Fox or, just hook him up, with the PBC and he'll do well. But Canelo doesn't need anybody.
Yeah, I think they both. I think Ryan Garcia. Me personally, Curt, I think that the best move for Ryan Garcia, where he's at in his career, would be to sign with Eddie Hearn in the Zone. And the reason I say that is because they just find you fights. It might not be the most quality fights, but they're gonna keep him active. Let him build up his name like they did with Tevin Farmer. You know what I mean? The PBC, we see with guys like Raleigh's and some of these young guys like Jerron Ennis. They hard pressed to find fights. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, when you look at the Zone, Tevin Farmer fought like 5 times last year. Now it's not with the most high quality opponents, but the dude is stepping in the ring. He's building up his name. He's getting he's getting used to being in the ring. He's getting what you call it, experience. You know what I mean? Not the best experience, but he's just getting in big crowds fighting in different places and But when the PBC, like Jerron Ennis, man, he's having issues right now. You know, he fought in literally his last fight. Jerron Ennis was in a gym, it looked like a high school basketball gym, man, gymnasium, man. You know what I'm saying? That dude got too much talent to be doing that. You know, so.
Why Danny Garcia won't give him that shot, man?
No, for one, Danny Garcia is not gonna give him a shot because they both from Philly. So right now is not the time for them to shake. They ain't gonna shake until they absolutely have to. You know what I mean? So that's not gonna happen. You know, they got a connection there. But you know, some of the other guys, see, Jerron Ennis, he needs to be able to secure fights. Like at this point in time, you know, he needs to get the Robert Guerrero, Andre Bertos.
Why won't fight Lipinets to be a good fight for him?
Sergey Lipinets. I said that. I made a video about that. Sergey Lipinets. Maybe a guy like Ugas. Maybe a guy like Figueroa said he's gonna stay at 47. Maybe he could get a Figueroa. You know, but that's the problem. That's the problem. He's not being able to secure them. What you think, Curt?
Yeah, Jamal James. Somebody like that, man. I mean, he's one hell of a talent, man. I saw his last fight too. It looked like he was in the gymnasium, man. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, man. I think he's fighting October 26th, I think. October, right? Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on him, man, because like I said, in boxing, you can have all the skills in the world, but if you don't have the proper team and you having problems with your promotional company, it can derail you. You can lose focus, and I done seen things happen like that. So it takes a lot. So let's just hope that Ennis can, get the fights that he deserves, man. He's up and coming, man, and the welterweight division, that's a hot division. So let's just let's see what happens, or even a fight with a Virgil Ortiz. I mean, we don't get those fights like that anymore. So it was just a pipe dream. So let's just keep our eye on Jerron Ennis.
Yeah, man. So when you
I had one more question before I go, man.
Go ahead.
How long do y'all think that Canelo's gonna be able to avoid fighting Jamal Charlo and his fans stand for it?
He's gonna be able to do it for the rest of his career, and I'm gonna tell you why. Jamal Charlo don't push for it. He don't push for it. He push for it behind the scenes, but he don't push for it in the public eye. We pushing for it. He'll say something when the microphone's in his face, and we'll ask him about it. But outside of that, he has to make his presence felt. And sometimes these guys feel like they're above that, and they're not. You know what I'm saying? You got guys like Aaron Pryor that used to show up to Sugar Ray Leonard press conferences to try to push for that fight. And it never came to fruition, but he used to show up there. We had Erislandy Lara show up to Canelo Alvarez post-fight press conference. Immediately after his fight, Erislandy Lara was standing there. He stepped on stage, disrespected Canelo. We had Antonio Tarver show up the Roy Jones fight right after his post-fight press conference, right after Ruiz. Hey, when I'm gonna get my chance, Roy? When I'm gonna get my chance, Roy? You know what I'm saying? When I'm gonna get my shot, Roy? You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes this is what I'm trying to this is what I'm trying to tell you, man. You see, some of these dudes feel like they're above doing that, man. You understand what I'm saying? And they're not. You got to do it, man. Sometimes dudes are gonna avoid you, man. You understand what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford could say, "I'm not showing up to Errol Spence fight," and that's okay, because the world, that's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing right now, right? Errol Spence could say he's not going to Crawford fight because people still want the fight itself is selling itself. But when Canelo Alvarez, Jamal Charlo is not the most popular fighter in the world. So yeah, Canelo Alvarez could ignore you and get away with it. And let me tell you guys something else. Canelo does not hear the rumbles about Jamal Charlo like people think he does. He does not live here in the States. He lives in Mexico. Canelo pays attention to nothing that's going on in the sport of boxing if it's not it does spark his interest. I'm not saying he don't know who Jamal Charlo is. Of course he does. But he doesn't hear the rumblings like we do. Canelo Alvarez, we hear these guys say, I don't listen to social media. I don't listen to these dudes on YouTube. I don't listen to Canelo Alvarez. Truly, don't listen to us. He don't know what's going on, and he don't care. So he don't hear the rumblings about being avoided. Remember a few times, right? When guys stepped to Canelo, Arislandi Lara being one, right? Remember when Lara stepped to him? He looked. Did he look like he looked? Curt, am I wrong? He looked like he was legitimately didn't know who Arislandi Lara was. He legitimately like, well, you guys want to see me fight this guy? Who is this guy? And then what happened? He fought him next. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong, Curt?
No, you're not wrong. Let me cook on it. Canelo has listen, when we use the word diva, I have a different take on that because fighters, like Ali and Robinson and Mayweather and Leonard and De La Hoya, when you become so popular, you automatically become one. Canelo has a big old mural of Muhammad Ali in his gym. I mean, it covers the whole wall. And he says, one day I want to be like him. He always wears Muhammad Ali t-shirts. He loves Muhammad Ali because he doesn't fight not like Muhammad Ali, but in terms of popularity and in terms of impact, that's where he wants to be. He wants to take over. He wants to be the king of Mexican boxing of all time. Seriously, that's how he thinks. Mm-hmm. Like Blue said, he doesn't know Lara. He thinks Lara is just some guy who came under a rock. And I'm going to tell you something about Charlo. I'm very disappointed in his career. I'm going to be very honest with you. I mean, I know you Charlo fans out there, but did he look good against Karabov? Did he really look good against Brandon Adams? If Canelo really pressed for that fight, would Charlo been ready this year? Would he have been ready last year? Ask yourself that. It takes a certain type of preparation before a super fight or a huge fight to get yourself mentally ready. How will Andrade or Charlo handle being in that arena against a Canelo Alvarez? Will they be mentally ready? Look at Danny Jacobs' performance. He wasn't ready mentally. So Charlo, even though they're different fighters, I don't like how his career has gone, and we accuse Canelo of ducking Charlo, but can he really beat Canelo? Before I say yeah, but now I'm not so sure. I know Charlo's athletic. I'm going off a little bit, giving you a different take, but to beat a guy on that level, it takes preparation. It takes a certain type of attitude. It takes a certain type of temperament. So, you just can't go in there and run roughshod over a guy like Canelo who's very seasoned, and who's very cunning, and I don't believe in moral victories, but that Mayweather loss did wonders for him, man. It just made him a better fighter.
Yep, I agree, man. And we gotta recognize, man, that Brandon Adams gave him trouble. Now, I know he hurt his hand in the fight. I know that he had time off and things of that nature. But if you look at Jamal Charlo's last two fights, he had a fit in those fights. He didn't have no walk. He wasn't walking through these dudes, and these dudes aren't no world beaters, right? So we gotta look at the stylistically Canelo Alvarez and Jamal Charlo. Look at Brandon Adams. Just the fact that he was bending at the hips and darting in and out and fainting. Jamal had trouble with that. You know what I'm saying? Now he won the fight clearly, but he still had trouble. Now imagine if Brandon Adams was in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, it's not even a fight. And I know the triangle theory doesn't work, but can you imagine Brandon Adams in the ring with Canelo Alvarez? It's not a fight. He's going to stone Brandon Adams. Go ahead, Curt.
It would be a massacre. And I was hard on Tank because I didn't like how his career was going at first. But you can see the difference in Tank. He got himself together and it's showing up in the boxing ring. Before I said, man, Lomachenko going to beat this dude half to death. Now that he's more focused, you know, and you can see the difference in Tank Davis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Charlo, you know, is a different story, man. He doesn't call out Canelo. He's not aggressive. He doesn't fight. He's not active enough, you know, and his career to me is becoming a disappointment, you know, and can you imagine if Charlo right now was fighting November 2nd against Canelo, who you'll pick? Would Charlo be ready for him?
Right.
And the answer is no.
And I see my brother Cali Buzz said Canelo hasn't walked through anyone in a while. Well, you got to keep this in mind, right? The level of opponents. See, this is the difference that people don't realize. Let me give you guys an example. Canelo Alvarez walks through the people he's supposed to walk through. And when he faces guys on a high level, they're on a high level, so he's not able to just walk through them. But when he's supposed to walk through them, he walks through them. When Jamal Charlo has guys in front of him that he's supposed to walk through them, he doesn't walk through them. That's a difference. When Canelo got in the ring with Rocky Fielding, it wasn't a fight. It wasn't supposed to be a fight, and it wasn't a fight. You understand? When Canelo got in the ring with James Kirkland, it wasn't a rough fight. It wasn't supposed to be, and he didn't allow it to be. When Jamal got in there with Brandon Adams, it wasn't supposed to be a close fight. It was supposed to be a showcase fight. And it was a rough 12-round fight.
And to close out, Blue, I want to say this. Sorry to cut you off real quick.
No problem.
The Charlos, both of them have to keep their emotions intact. They wear their emotions on their sleeve, you know, and you can't do that in a big fight. You have to be comfortable and relax. You know, when his brother lost, Jamal had to go in the shower and he was crying, and it showed, you know, in his fight against Matt Karabov, because he was so deeply disturbed that it hindered his performance against Karabov. You have to be calm. So when you look at great fighters or very good fighters in the past, they're calm when they won big fights, you know, because you cannot go in there and everything, the way they fight very tight and intense. So they have to be more relaxed and fluid, you know, and the same thing goes for his brother. I'll say his brother because they are alike in that way. You know, against Tony Harrison, when he fights a rematch, he's going to have to box and be fluid. Jamal Charlo, he can use his athleticism. He doesn't use it the right way. He has to box more.
Yep, I agree. Hey man, we're gonna get to the next call. I appreciate you calling in, bro.
All right, bro.
All right,
sir.
Salute, bro.
Amy Taylor, you there?
Yo.
What's going on with you? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this D-Lo, man. What's up with you?
D-Lo, what's good with you?
Nothing to it, man. Y'all hear me all right, man? I hear a little echo. Are y'all hearing that too?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. So a little bit on Kurt's end, but it's all right. You hearing it bad?
Let me mute myself.
Okay. How you hear? It's better now?
Yeah, I'm straight. I had on speaker. I took it off speakerphone. Maybe that helped.
Okay.
Hey, before I get into my spiel, I just want to say, man, I salute both you guys. You know what I'm saying? Big respect to y'all for putting this show on. It's a breath of fresh air. Good to hear Curt and see Curt back on again. You know what I'm saying? And you too. You know, we missed you when you was off live. You know what I'm saying? Now you're rocking on 2 channels live. I mean, man, hey, much respect. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the hell out of everything you do.
Appreciate you.
You know, it's all the hard work you put in. Try to support as much as I can, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Oh yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about one of the calls. I think it was B&B. You know what I'm saying? I want to piggyback off what he said a little bit when he was talking about Bud and Errol. You know, and basically saying that, you know, that fight's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I think for myself, when I think about that fight, I think about it. I know this is on a much larger scale, but I think about Pacquiao and Floyd. How that fight had gotten to a point where, you know, the anticipation of that fight got to a fever pitch. You know, to where basically, without any promotion or anybody behind it, those 2 guys could have came to a sporting event and got on the TV, and done a press conference and just said, "Hey, we gonna fight next." And with nobody else involved, that fight would have been a big hit. You know what I'm saying? No promotion, no press tours, none of that stuff. And I think, you know what I'm saying, on a smaller scale, was getting that way with Bud and Errol. You know what I'm saying? And I think with the Pacquiao and Floyd fight happening when it happened, I think one piece of pressure that was coming was Manny Pacquiao was running out of fights with Top Rank, and Bob Arum was about to miss out on that payday. So he had to give Manny Pacquiao that fight, because if Manny Pacquiao left, that fight was still going to happen, and Bob wasn't going to get any piece of that pie. And I think that's where things are headed with Bud, is that Bud's getting to a point where he only have a certain amount of fights left, and we know how Bob Arum operates. He's liable to say, to Bud that, hey, we're gonna make this fight happen, but you're gonna have to re-up with me for 2 more fights after that. And that's the thing I worry about. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that. But let me pause for a minute and let you guys say what you think on that.
Go ahead, Curt. You can respond to that.
Yeah, I had to put in my headphones to stop the echoing. Well, like I said, Crawford needs this fight more than Spence. We learned from the Mayweather and Pacquiao, experience that, they waited way too long to make that fight, and sometimes that's what happened. Just like Holyfield and Tyson, people forget that fight was years too late. We want to see 2 combatants in the prime of their careers. That's what we want, with an undefeated record, a la Ali and Frazier, 71. The fight is juicy. It don't need no hot sauce. It don't need no seasoning. That fight is hot by itself. It's not on a scale of Leonard Hearns or Mayweather Pacquiao, but boxing itself needs this fight. It's a big fight. It's a super fight between 2 soon to be Hall of Famers. I can see the way their careers is going, but Crawford needs it more than Spence, because if not, then it's going to leave a gaping hole in his career, and people's going to start to say, we know Crawford can fight, but man, he should have fought Spence, and it's his fault because he was on the other side, and people are going to start to discredit him and his career altogether. So, but myself, I think the fight's going to happen. They're going to get it done. Spence got, opponents in 154, 147. If Pacquiao agreed to fight Spence, that's a huge, huge fight. Spence and Porter, he just fought Mikey Garcia. The Terence Crawford fight can happen. Spence can go with Danny Garcia, who be talking reckless about Spence for some reason. So. And Spence has opponents. Crawford is the one that's on the island. So, just get the fight done for boxing fans' sake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree, man. I think that the problem is, I think that Crawford's pride is not allowing him to identify what's taking place and what's unfolding in front of him. He's not realizing that Errol Spence has options. Or a part of him, to me, is realizing that Errol Spence has options. That's the reason why we continue to hear Terence Crawford say stuff like, if the fight don't happen, oh well, right? Because he's not going to bend, right? His pride is not going to let him pack it up, and say, listen, you know what? Let me just go ahead and, agree and whatever terms they need to get this fight done. He's not going to do that. And so now we're gonna see, that now, his pride is not gonna let him do that. So I saw that last interview he did with Fight Hype, in which he said, hey, if he wants to fight, but if the fight don't happen, then oh well, it's not gonna be no skin off his back. And he's not being truthful when he says that, right? Because there is gonna be skin off his back. When he laid his head down at night, you see, it's a contradiction. He said this in the same interview, right? As he said that at the same time, he's saying that he wants to fight Errol Spence, even if Errol Spence loses, just to prove to the people and the boxing pundits who is better. So that means inside his competitive nature, he wants to showcase that he's the better fighter. So when you say that you could retire without having that fight, you're not telling the truth. You're not being truthful. Because anybody who's a competitor, anybody who's an athlete of any sort that says, listen, I play video games, right? and I could say, listen, man, I lost this. I play NBA 2K, right? And I lost to the team. You know what? I ain't playing this game no more. They was cheating. 2 hours later, I'm gonna play it again because my competitive nature has me wanting to beat that team. You know what I'm saying? And and I'm talking about a video game. So we talking about in real life. You kidding me? You know what I'm saying? Imagine Deion Sanders saying, I want to match up against Jerry Rice. But if it never happens, just to prove that I could shut him down. But if it never happens, you know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that if I got to retire not facing him. But in the same token, I just want to prove to the people and the NFL and the football fans that I'm the best corner in the world. Okay, well, if you never accomplish that, then you never gonna lay your head down peacefully, ever. So Terrence Crawford needs to. I'm not gonna say he should he needs to have that Errol Spence fight because he needs to prove it to himself. He wants to prove it to himself. And the worst battle you can have is with yourself. Because you take yourself everywhere you go. Now, you could debate another human being and walk away from that debate. You can't debate yourself. You can't walk away from yourself. And so those interviews that Terrence Crawford have show me that he's in debate with himself because he wants to prove to the people that he is better than Errol Spence Jr. And if
you know what else, man? I think he want to prove that to himself too.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm getting at. He needs to prove it to himself. So the comments he made that by him saying that he wants to prove it to the fans and the boxing pundits, meaning the boxing experts, that he is the better fighter. That means in his head he feels like he has something to prove against Errol Spence. For him to say that he wants to fight Errol Spence, even if Errol Spence loses to Shawn Porter, just to prove to the people he's better than him, that tells me everything I need to know. That man is living in your head rent free. You understand what I'm saying? But hey, man, we're gonna get to the next call. I appreciate you calling in, brother.
Hey, let me say something on that right quick, Blue, before you cut me off.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, one thing I will say when you said that made me think about two comparisons to that. You got Riddick Bowe and Oliver McCall. Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis, where Bowe and Lewis had a fight signed, sealed, and pretty much ready to deliver, and then Oliver McCall knocked out Lennox Lewis. Mm-hmm. And then when Lennox still came back saying he wanted to fight Bowe basically kept using that as an excuse not to fight him. Like, man, you got knocked out by Oliver McCall, and basically just dismissed it.
Yep.
And then after he retired, that's been a big regret of his. You know what I'm saying? Not actually still making that fight. Because I can see Bud not being a guy that wants to use the excuse of, well, he lost to such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, this guy beat the guy for me. You still got to go out there and do what if that's what you want, you still got to go after that fight. So I commend him for still. Hold
on. Do me a favor. All right, we got to get to the next caller, right, bro?
Go ahead, man. That's all I had to say on it, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Curt, man, we be having callers calling in on top of callers, man.
I know, man. Hey, that's a great thing, man. They want to say they want to have they say and want us to respond. Hey, That's great, man.
Yep. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What up? This is Robert T. Shooting third.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on?
Man, chilling, man. Just got done working out, enjoying the show. I just want to stay on topic of the Bud and Spence shit, but I want to switch it up a little bit and say I don't want to hear shit about Bud being too small and Earl beat the brake pads off his ass.
Yep. Now, do me a favor, bro. Hold that thought right there. Let us finish cooking on the last caller's last comments. All right.
Yeah.
Just mute yourself for me. All right, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Curt. So he said that he talked about Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis in that situation when Oliver McCall knocking out Lennox Lewis. And I just want to say this: when I seen Lennox Lewis and I seen Riddick Bowe, at the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight in LA, and they had the old timers round table. Yeah, they regret that fight not happening. They both regret that fight not happening to the point where they want to fight each other right now. They had to be broken up twice at the convention. And Riddick Bowe is bent over with orthopedic shoes on. You know what I'm saying? He barely walk. And he telling Lennox at the fight, hey, Curt, he told Lennox when we was there, I'll slap your mouth right now if you say something. I'll slap you. Lennox said, you must be crazy. You know, they going back and forth there. What you think about that, Curt?
You know what? I knew they were scheduled to fight. I even knew the inner workings of the contract. You know, Bowe was going to get 13 million, Lennox 18 million, but unfortunately Lennox got knocked out by McCall. It just looks bad when you have a guy that's over your shoulder that's a threat and you throw your belt in the garbage. Right. It just looks bad. It don't have to be bad. It looks bad to the naked eye, to us, right, the boxing fans and pundits, you know. Right. And I always felt the Bowe that fought in 92 that beat Holyfield would have beat Lewis, but maybe he felt differently. Right. You know, maybe he felt differently because remember, Riddick Bowe declined fast. You know, he got the championship. He fought Michael Dokes at the Garden. He knocked him out in one round, you know, but he ate himself out of boxing. You know, he had a mansion down in Maryland. He had a refrigerator in his bedroom in his mansion down in Maryland. He just ate and ate, you know, and he just lost focus. And, you know, he developed bad habits like a lot of 1980s heavyweights did, you know, Tim Witherspoon and a Michael Dokes. And you got to be dedicated to the sport of boxing. Plus, you're a big man. And, you know, a lot of fight, and that was it. He was done. So it was a quick decline. Riddick Bowe, contrary for him being long and lean and big, was a very, very good inside fighter with a very, very good sneaky uppercut. Mm-hmm. You know, if he would have been great. He had unbelievable skills as a big man. Riddick can fight. He had a beautiful jab, man. Beautiful jab. You know, but he ate himself out of boxing.
Yeah. Yep, sure did. All right, caller, go ahead and cook on it, brother.
Yeah, that was a good ass point too, because shit, when I used to box, that's why I quit. I hate fucking running. You got to run most of the time, so I get that. I was just real enough to realize that gonna waste time. Fuck that shit. But my original topic was motherfuckers out here saying blood too small for Spence because they see the fight getting close. And at my point, I don't want to hear that shit because he's little moving up. He should have stayed in his lane like Mikey should have.
Yeah, I mean, well, that excuse, I don't like that excuse, and I don't think that, you know, Bud is too small. I think that Bud is wiry. He has a wiry frame. You know, he's kind of built like he's not as tall as him, but he's built like Tommy Hearns. You know what I'm saying? He has a wiry frame, you know. So, you know, to say that he's too small, nah, he ain't too small. Now he going on his fourth fight in the division. How much exactly. You understand what I'm saying? So size no longer is a factor in this situation. What you think, Curt?
No, size is not. He even bulked up. I seen his neck muscles, and you know, he's a welterweight. If you could make that weight, that's what you are. I don't want to hear the excuses when you see a guy that move up and he loses. You be like, oh, you know, and you're rooting for him, and your guy loses. Is always the weight. You know, other fighters done moved up and been successful. Maybe those fighters who moved up in weight and lost, maybe they just wasn't good enough. You know, I mean, I'm gonna give you an example. Mikey Garcia was praised for his fundamentals and him being so technical. So that's why they picked Spence, because they thought he was a brute, and Spence was on a 12 knockout streak or whatever, and they thought Mikey can outbox Spence. And Spence gave him a boxing lesson. Now weight came into the fray, where Mikey fought at 140 3 different times. You know, Bruner, Lipinets, and Rios, I believe. You know, so I don't want to hear no excuse about weight. If you make that weight or you sign that contract, you know, the excuses flies out the window. Many fighters done moved up and became successful. Shane Mosley did. He didn't fight at 140. He was a 135 lightweight, moved up 2 divisions, no fights in between, and beat, Oscar De La Hoya. You know why? Because he was good enough. He was smaller naturally, but his skills carried him to victory. He was just better than a lot of other fighters that moved up and failed, like Rigondeaux and Lomachenko, you know, and fighters like that. That's all. Mikey, you could put him in that boat. He wasn't as fundamentally sound as we thought he was.
Sorry about that, Curt.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, you 1,000% right, man. I don't. Oh man, I cut the call off. Hey man, I'm sorry about that, caller. I cut you off by accident, man. You can call right back. Call right back in, man. I cut you off by accident. Yeah, no, you know, all of that weight stuff. Listen, like you said, Curt, you know, their claim to fame was Mikey Garcia's skill set. Errol didn't use size. He didn't use size. He used skills to defeat him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't like that, man. I don't like that the fact that people say, you know, size or what's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, it's cool. What's going on, dude? This is JMJ 2121, man.
What's shaking with you, JMJ 2121?
Doing good, man. Doing good, man. How y'all doing? How you doing, Mr. Anderson?
JMJ, my buddy, my pal, family, what's going on with you, man? Salute you, brother.
And salute to y'all, man. I hate it. I hated what happened, but we ain't gonna be telling any of that, man, because it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Most stuff, man.
Yep.
So,
but we on the grind.
Tell you this, man. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this about Terrence Crawford, man. In a way, I salute him when he was signed when he won the SC. But at the same time, and then Bob Arrows, and but at the same time, though, he shouldn't have resigned. He shouldn't have resigned with Top Rank, man. If you wanted some good fights, man, you can go to PBC. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. That's fine. That's breezy. But you know, the zone, whatever's good in that camp. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. Their top fight is Cash Cow and his top brother for Bob Arrow is Lomachenko, and he lost one fight, and Terrence Crawford is what he got 0 losses, right? He got no losses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So other than that, man, y'all brothers do y'all thing, man. I just wanted to call in, man, to salute to y'all, you and Curt.
Appreciate you.
Salute, bro.
All right.
Yes, sir. Salute, brother. Appreciate you calling. My brother,
I'll be talking to you, Jay.
All right, there.
All right. Yeah, man. You know, we're gonna get to this last call, and then we're gonna get to we gotta get up off here, man. Because brother 7-8 coming on. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Chris Will 45 calling from Dallas, Texas.
Salute. I knew it was you. I could see it was you calling. You know what I'm saying? Salute.
What's going on, Blue?
Ain't nothing, man.
What's going on, Curt Anderson? Doing all right?
Hey, man, what's going on with you, man? What's up, brother?
Hanging in there, man. I was just trying to call and see Blue if you were making it down this way because Spence has media champ tomorrow. I was trying to see if you were going to see it, make it down this way for that.
Nah.
What's your be on the Spence Porter fight?
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna make it to that because I'll be headed to LA on Tuesday, so I'm not gonna make it to Dallas, but on Tuesday I'll definitely be at the festivities. Well, actually on Wednesday the festivities, but yeah, I'm headed to LA, so I'm gonna skip that. I know Shawn Porter's is today in DC and Earl is tomorrow in Dallas. Yeah, but I'm not gonna make it to those, man.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on the fight? What round do you think it might hit?
I think it's gonna go 12.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, I think, and Shawn Porter's aggression and Shawn Porter's at times, where he gets sloppy, overzealous, and he gets caught. If that's the case with Errol's gonna close the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where Keith had him hurt and couldn't close it. Danny, buzzed him, but couldn't close the show. And Kell Brook, had him confused at times, but couldn't close the show. I think if Errol gets him in that situation, Errol's gonna close the show, man. But I think it's gonna go 12 rounds. When you get this level type of fights, man, unless somebody makes a drastic mistake and gets caught, it's very, very rare that you're gonna see some sort of stoppage, or because they're both still healthy, young, vibrant, boxers. You know what I mean? Not one is not on the one is not noticeably on the downside, and things of that nature. So I don't think so. I can see a knockdown or two, from Errol, maybe knocking Shawn down, but as far as a stoppage, I don't see a stoppage, man. What you think, Curt?
First I said a stoppage, then I said unanimous decision, because I'm going by how tough Shawn is, man. My only worries, if he fights like the way I think he's going to fight, which I don't know, he's going to give Earl opportunities, man, to land combinations. And I don't care how tough you are, when you hit a rock, it start to chip. So, I think he's going to hurt Shawn or buzz him, multiple times, man. So it won't be shocking to get Shawn out of there, but I give Shawn the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna say unanimous decision. And it could be a tougher fight than expected.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know. That's the thing about boxing. You don't know. There's always some unforeseen circumstance that happens. What happens when if he roughs Earl up and he smothers Earl, and he start using his head and elbows, and he cuts Earl, and Earl becomes discombobulated because he's never been in that situation before. So you just never know. But I think that Derrick James and Earl are too smart to let that happen. So they might fight at mid-range and let Shawn run into the jab and let those combinations fly, a la what he did against Lamont Peterson. So I'm just anxious. I can't wait till next Saturday night. I can't wait. Can't wait.
And not to mention, Earl, we've seen when at times he goes in his defensive, flat-footed, high guard mode, and you can outwork him, man. Shawn can outwork, because Shawn is not going to stop. He's going to keep working. So it's a possibility that he can be outworking him and winning rounds. As long as he put enough pressure and make it ugly and smother Earl. Because the thing about Shawn Porter is he don't mind smothering his own work to smother yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and he's and the problem with that is he's not having clean shots. You're not having clean shots, but he's the aggressor. So you scoring it for the aggressor at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for whatever reason, I think he thinks Earl can fight off the back foot, and I think he thinks he's going to be able to get it in the corner and just kind of like stop a lot of Earl's punches. But I mean, I just don't see that being the case.
Yeah, you know what it is I saw Earl when he was being backed up against Kell Brook. He went into that flat-footed defensive high guard mode, and Kell Brook was winning those rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't until Earl got to that eye, and Kell Brook started retreat mode, and Earl started coming. Earl is once he's an avalanche, man. You get him start to roll downhill, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's over. So but your best shot is to back him up, and when you back him up, he don't let his hands go when he's backing up. He goes into a high guard stand, and that's what.
I can't think of the name of the fighter, the guy that was from Africa that he fought, but then round 5 where he had Earl just chilling against the rope. I'm thinking Shawn is thinking that he's going to have that same outcome. But I mean, you learn from experience, so I just don't see that playing out that way. He's thinking it's going to play out.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
Was it Emmanuel Arte?
No, it wasn't Emmanuel Arte. He's a white guy from Africa.
Not Van Heerden.
Yeah, it was very early. He knocked his mouthpiece out twice. And then he knocked his fifth mouthpiece out. And this just went to work from there.
Mm-hmm. And you see when Earl goes into this retreat high guard mode, you know, he even did it against Lamont Peterson at times. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we don't see the battles within the war. We only saw how the war was won. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? We got to watch the battles within the war. It tells you a lot about what's going to take place when you got two guys, you know, with huge armies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It tells a different story. And so, you know, I understand what Shawn sees, and I understand what Mikey saw, right? I understand what they see. They just don't have the tools, I believe, to carry it out. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I favored Terrence Crawford to beat him, because I think that Terrence Crawford has the tools to make the adjustments to carry it out. I don't think that they have it.
Yeah, I feel that same way about Crawford. I said he has a lot better footwork, and his ring IQ is a little bit higher than Earl. But I mean, I could be wrong. But I mean, if I was a big man, I would bet with Crawford when that fight happened. Right.
And the thing is, Terrence Crawford can back Earl up. He could force him to go back with just his ring IQ, just his angles.
Right.
You know, he could do stuff to force Errol to go, you know, to be on the back foot. You know, but you know, I appreciate your call, man. We got to get out of here, man, because it's almost 8 o'clock. The General 7-8 Sports TV getting ready to come on. But my brother Chris Brown 4-5, I'm gonna get Cassie up on here for you, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Cassie, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna get.
Have a good evening.
You too, brother. We're gonna get her up on here, man.
All right, then.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right. Hey, my brother Curt Sugar, any last words, brother?
Oh man, another great show, man. I knew, you know, I'm gonna say something ancestral rage, because I was in the chat, and when you talk about this show, I'm gonna get a co-host. You didn't know who, and ancestral rage brought my name up, so I wanted to thank him, you know. And he said, "How about Curt Sugar?" And I said, "Wow." And Blue was like, "Yeah, I ain't think about that." And hey, man, the chemistry is great. The great show. You know, get the chat involved, man. Y'all can call and ask questions, man. And I like this show, man. I really, really, really do, man. I love talking about boxing. You know, we some boxing loving people, man. LDBC that monopolize YouTube, man, with shows from morning to night. It's just a great place to be in, man. And Blue Blood is always on the front lines, man. So, you know, I'm grateful, and it's a pleasure doing the show with him, man. And you know, hey man, the show, The Ghost in the Darkness. So, you know, shout out to the chat. Thank you for your time, Blue Blood, for your time, man. And I'm out.
I appreciate you, Curt. That's my co-host, Curt Sugar, aka the Historian, man. My brother right there, man. Hey, listen, and keep another reminder, man. Next week, we're gonna have 2 special guests on next week. So make sure y'all tune in Monday. We're going to tune in Monday. Be on time, my peopleizations. Share it, like it. We're going to have a special guest on Monday evening, should I say. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. if you in the UK. I don't know what ocean time that is, but it's just UK time to me. Salute to all my peopleizations. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Bud Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow us on Instagram at Boo Bud Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all, man. Peace.
Peace.